Hey guys, I'm Caleb Giddings for Taurus USA, and today we're going to take a quick look at two different ways to install a suppressor on your Taurus Expedition bolt-action rifle. All Taurus Expedition rifles come with a threaded barrel that has a DLC coating on it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the thread protector from our barrel. It's difficult to install a suppressor if you don't take the thread protector off. Now, this is a 308 model, which means the thread pitch is going to be 5/8 by 24. So you need to make sure that your accessories match up to that thread pitch. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the rubber O-ring that is on the barrel. We removed the O-ring because the first method of suppressor installation that we're going to show you is a two-part. This is a muzzle brake, and this is the Banish 30 gold suppressor, which attaches to the muzzle brake. So when we install the muzzle brake, we need to make sure it's timed. And with that rubber O-ring on there, the washers that we use to time the muzzle brake would actually smash it and destroy it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to screw the muzzle brake on with no washers whatsoever to see where it ends up. And that's actually pretty close. That's frustratingly close that I wish I had just a little bit more rotation to get this in. But we're now going to need to time it. So we're going to remove it, and I'm going to guesstimate the number of washers that it will take to reverse it just far enough that the muzzle brake actually lines up correctly. And I'm going to say we're going to start with 5 washers. That's almost the perfect number. It looks like we could use 1 more washer, and then we'll be good to go. Fantastic. So it took us 6 washers with this particular muzzle brake to time the brake for the Taurus Expedition. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our Banish 30 gold and thread that on. The Banish 30 gold has a neat feature in it as well, where you have this little end cap that goes in here, and it comes with a wrench. This allows you to remove the front end cap easily for cleaning the suppressor. And that's it. Attaching the Banish 30 gold to the Taurus Expedition is a fairly easy proposition once you successfully time the muzzle brake. Now, the advantage of a setup like this is if I want to shoot unsuppressed, I gain the advantages of a muzzle brake in recoil control and flash reduction on my end. You don't necessarily want to stand next to someone who's running a 30 caliber muzzle brake, but it does make the gun more pleasant to shoot. This suppressor will give me really good sound suppression as well, but it does add a little bit more length than I necessarily would like, which is why now we're going to take a look at the direct thread option using the Banish backcountry suppressor. So to do this, I'm going to remove this suppressor, set it aside, and I'm going to remove all of the rings that I used to time it with. And we're going to go ahead and put my O-ring back on. And then we're going to attach the Banish backcountry to the rifle. This is a direct thread suppressor. One of the advantages of a suppressor that threads directly onto the gun is that it can be shorter and lighter than a suppressor that requires a muzzle device to attach it to. It's as easy as that. Now that we have the suppressor attached to the rifle, we're going to go ahead and take this rifle to the range.